Hey, what's up guys? So I just wanted to jump on here and show you a pretty good deal that I found, because one of the things I had been wanting and needing is a bag for my Kemper Toaster, but I didn't want to pay the, what is it, 100 something dollars, 100 plus dollars from Kemper, and I had heard some horror stories from the Kemper bag, so I didn't want to necessarily just grab one of those, right? And also, one of the main reasons why I didn't want to get the Kemper bag is because if you're a musician and you're into these kind of things, you know immediately what that bag is. And I'm not saying that I would leave it unattended, but if you happen to leave it unattended for even a moment, someone would know exactly what that bag is. They say, oh, it's the Kemper bag. There's a $1,700 or $2,600 unit in that bag, right? Depending if you have the powered and non-powered edition of the toaster. So I wanted to get a kind of inconspicuous bag, so that it just looks like a tool bag, and who knows, maybe there's a plunger in there, right? And I wanted it to be good and beefy enough. So I'd done searches on Google, like Kemper bag alternative or something like that, carrying bag alternative, and there was a bunch out there, and the best one I found was this Husky Pro grade, and it's the 18-inch Total Tech bag, and that's this right here. This is the 18-inch Total Tech bag, and it's a tech bag that has a, let me see right here, interior compartment, right? This interior compartment where the Kemper will go. Then it has two flap compartments right here, where you could put like your laptop and maybe some cables or something like that, right? Plenty of pockets, plenty of area to store things in. So as the bag comes already, it's got great features, and we'll go over some of these real quick. I picked this up for $49 at $49.99 at Home Depot. So this is a Husky bag, and it's actually pretty big. It's bigger than I thought it would be. Essentially, we have some flaps here that you can zip down and put some laptop type paraphernalia, like a laptop right there in this little side pocket, and then it has like these things where you could run some cables, like a guitar cable, power cable, just kind of throw those in there or fold them in, and depending on how OCD you are. Then on the other side we have the same exact thing. And I incidentally have my laptop in there right now. And so incidentally, on the other side, I have my laptop already in the bag. So this is my 13-inch Dell Steel Panther Edition XPS laptop. And it fits just perfectly in there, right? Absolutely perfect. And then of course we have the same type of little like tool slots or something like that, where you can just put more tools, maybe guitar tools, or I personally wouldn't want to put like hard tool. I'd pick one side to put the hard tools in, like if you're going to put some wrenches and screwdrivers or power cables, and then use one side dedicated directly for the laptop. That way you don't have like hard stuff pressed up against your laptop. Just a thought. The handles have this nice fuzz, kind of like squishy material that's really nice in the hands here. And then I want to show you just the hardware real quick that comes with this. So this is like a black chrome snip clip, quick release clip thing, right? So this is like a carabiner type situation, just a, and this is the overall the shoulder strap for the unit. And take it out from the bottom, you can tell it has like this nice padded shoulder strap situation going on here. So that, along with the nice padded handles and then the wide access, because when you open this thing all the way, it folds right out just like this, right? It kind of just like a money bag or something, it opens right up just like that. I have some Pelican Foam in there already, something like this. I got this from my job years ago, and it's something that you can pick up really cheap. I think I'm not too sure how cheap this stuff is. Like I said, I got it from my job. You get an idea how thick it is. So I have a layer of this on the bottom inside there for my toaster, and it's kind of tall. You see how tall that is? comparison to like my laptop. And so, you know, it may be overkill, right? It might be a little overkill, but you can see down in here you have some more of these screwdriver things, screwdriver slots on the side. I'm not going to use any of that. Then you have like a little pocket right there, a little flat pocket, another pocket right there, and some pockets right here. And there's all my Pelican foam, and it's just, that was just some throwback foam I put in there, you know, just stuff that I already had. So I'll show you real quick how the toaster fits in there. And so I've already foamed up the bottom pretty well. And you really don't need to, because one of the things that's really cool about this, sorry about the camera going everywhere. One of the things that's really cool about this is the bottom feet situation going on here. I'm trying to get it in the light. There you go. These feet are really huge, right? Like, get this little side cam to show you. Yeah, get a feel for, even the center piece is tall, so the bottom won't sag. And there's a hard piece of like plastic or, you know, material running all across the bottom, keeping it flat. And so there's the feet. It has a total of 5 feet, 2 on each side and 1 in the center to kind of hold the center mass together, to center weight. And then open it up just like that, right? See how it kind of just opens up like a money bag or something like that. And what I'm actually using this extra piece right here, now that I have it out, is for my buttons, right? And so in my buttons and my knobs, I'm literally just sandwiching it right there, just like that. That way, if someone came along and kicked the bag or something along those lines, maybe it wouldn't break a button. And the reason why I kind of think that's important is because one time when I was flying to Houston from where I used to live, I had a little guitar pedal in my bag, because I took a guitar and a little amp, that kind of thing. And the switches on my guitar pedal got broken. And that was a bag that I had checked in the luggage. And so ever since then, whenever I have something that has little articulated pieces like this, I always try to foam them up. But without it, let's just go ahead and put it in. So as I showed you a second ago, there's the section that has the screwdrivers right here. This side has screwdriver slots, right? See that? Yeah. I'm going to put my buttons facing that way, not this way. So, but I mean, I imagine this would add a little bit more impact resistance. I just don't want my buttons getting hung up on the screwdriver slots. So open it up, drop this Kemper in there. Kemper's all nice and happy. Everybody's happy. Added layer of protection. Throw my foam in right there where my buttons are. Make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. Okay, now my buttons are nice and my knobs are all nice and foamed up. Right, see that? All my knobs are foamed up really well there. Toaster's happy, and I even have room up here to put some more foam there, or like I was saying earlier, you know, a guitar cable, maybe a power cable, maybe a pedal or two down there on the side right here. There's plenty of room. If you kind of move everything over, you got enough room for like maybe a Strymon, maybe power something, you know, or whatever. And the thing is, there are bigger bags, right, at Home Depot that would do a better job at doing this. But I wanted kind of a compact solution. As you can see, I just put my laptop right in there, right? Got my power cable, my guitar cable right there. We'll go ahead and start zipping up, you know, throw a rag, maybe some tools, you know, some fret grease, some snips. What else do we got here? You know, your phone, a mouse, you know, you can throw all that in there. You know, it's all in there. Good to go. I had some guitar strings here, but it doesn't matter. I don't need them. Anyway, so yeah. Zip on up. Zip on up. All right, there we go. She's zipped up. All right, now the top, because I have that layer of foam at the bottom, it's actually kind of a tight fit. Let me pull my mouse out. I need to use my mouse for something else, certainly. Kind of a tight fit because, like I said, the foam's a little tall that I used. And this is just my own foam that I added to the whole thing. But, you know, and also, like I said, I kind of went overkill by extra foaming it up. But without it, it fits absolutely perfectly. But with it, I kind of have to give it some, you know, some pain compliance. There we go. All right. And then I just got everything set just like that, right? So, toaster's totally toasted up in there. Making all kinds of French toast and bagels and waffles. Husky bag. This is the 18-inch Total Tech bag. That's some nice badging right there, and what I'll probably end up doing is using like some black ink to black out this Husky logo. And also I wanted to say, on the outside, around the whole thing, the whole perimeter of this are these little slots, right, where you can put more stuff, like guitar cables out here, if you wanted to use that room inside for pedals. And when you don't have the foam in there, you actually have like almost 1.5 inches of top headroom. And so if you had the controller, like the Kemper controller, maybe you could put that in there. But I don't have the Kemper controller. In fact, I have a Helix that I use for my post and pre-effects. So I don't have to deal with the whole non-editor situation of a Kemper, and I just, you know, use my Helix for that. And that has a different bag altogether. So yeah, this bag is totally sealed up now. I'm confident that my Kemper in there would be safe. I feel really confident. Actually, right before I was starting to make this video, I had literally tested everything out, put everything in there. I got up and my cat jumped on this ottoman that's right in front of me that the Kemper's sitting on and knocked the whole damn thing over. You know, and I got foam on the bottom, foam on the side where the buttons are, so I'm not worried about it getting damaged in here. And it's anonymous. That's the thing. Okay, here's the key. Because it's anonymous, I don't have to worry about like someone immediately IDing that it's a Kemper bag and then just yoink and out the door, right? I mean, because it's anonymous, it could be, you know, a bag full of cables, right? So I think the value is in that in particular, right? Having anonymity. That's one of the things that I think is really kind of dumb with some of the bags, that like the Helix bag, the Kemper bag, or guitar cases. They're kind of dumb because they have their brand logo on the front, right? And so like a PRS case, right? Like if you rolled up on a PRS case, you know, God forbid that someone stole it from you. But if I was standing there and you know, I could just see it in my mind, you know, thinking it through, it wouldn't be anything to me to just like totally say, oh, PRS case? That's a $3,000 guitar. Yoink. You know, someone could easily do that if it was left unattended. So, you know, my thing is anonymity always. And so if you're going to have high dollar stuff, don't put it in the name bag, right? Like my Dell laptop, I do have a Dell bag for it, but I also took a black marker and marked through the words Dell, so it just looks like a standard bag, you know? But it was the perfect bag for my XPS, because as you can tell, it's a very thin device. So having a real small netbook bag was, you know, ideal for me. Anyways, so yeah. What kind of bags are you using for your toaster? What have you found that's been successful for you? And what are some of the most important things that you had to have in a bag? Like I can imagine a lot of y'all want to have room for your pedal board and pedals. And this 18-inch tech bag doesn't have room for all that. It has room just for the toaster, maybe a power cable or two. And see, you can see how good it fits in there, how it's pushed up against, the buttons have pushed up against my foam, right? And that's just from sitting in there a few minutes, right? So it's nice and snug. It's not going to rattle around in there. And like I said, the reason why I'm using that extra bit of foam at the bottom and the top is just to make sure that my toaster buttons don't break off, none of that stuff. Everything feels nice and good. And then like the foam I have is at the very bottom, right? It just sits there at the bottom. Yeah, so what kind of bag are you using? And what are your thoughts about what I said about the anonymous bag, right? Not having a Kemper bag, you know, because if you got a big fat Kemper logo right here, it's like, oh wow, that's $2,700. Or if you got a PRS, you know, gig bag or PRS case, you know, and it says PRS in big letters on the side, oh wow, that's $3,000. You know, like I don't want to be in that situation where someone can easily just walk up and run out. So that's why for me, having something that looks anonymous and rather unsuspecting and unannounced, right? Unannounced. This is not a Kemper bag. This is not a Helix bag. This is just a tool bag. I really enjoyed that aspect. And $49, you really can't beat the price. I mean, it's a little high, but with all this really tight stitching and the really sure zippers, right? The actual zippers are so robust, right? Like, and then this chrome, the black chrome handle locks and all that stuff, right? Like, they're just really sturdy. And then I got a nice semi-padded shoulder strap, right? That was really, it kind of just ticked all my balls, all my bells, and all my boxes. You know, it's just like had everything I wanted in it, and really nothing I didn't want. The only thing is maybe I should have got a bigger bag, but my concern with that is that then I'd have to put like more foam in there, and then it becomes really heavy. Because I'll be honest, this is not the powered Kemper, as you can tell, and so if I had the bigger bag, it would definitely be, and I had a lot more stuff in it, it would be really heavy. Because as it is, with this in there, the Kemper is not a light device, right? And like I said, I have the foam at the very bottom of the bag to kind of just keep it, like if I put it down too hard, something, you know, the bag too hard down, it has that foam at the bottom that's totally just foaming it up and keeping it nice and shock resistant. Yeah, really cool deal, man. So yeah, that's been this video. Just wanted to talk to you about just a bag that would be an alternative to the already overpriced, and there's plenty of horror stories that exist on the books for the Kemper bag, because it has zippers on the bottom and zippers on the top, and so, you know, who knows, you know, that just doesn't seem very sure. And here on the bottom of this bag where the feet are, there's something nice and thick there, like a piece of plastic or a piece of, you know, wood, or who knows what's in there, right? Probably a really thick piece of plastic at the very bottom to kind of keep everything intact, you know. Yeah, it's a great bag. The only way this could be any better is if there was damn wheels on it. But then, you know, who knows? I would feel comfortable checking this as an overhead bag at the airport, and easy open, you know, like, yeah, you know, it's just a laptop, it's a Kemper, got a couple guitar cables and a pedal and a power supply, and, you know, just run it right through the scanner and call it a day. You know, I would feel really confident checking this in, and because the pads are soft right here, it's got this soft, like, neoprene foam, but really sturdy. Like there's a piece of, like, I feel like there's a piece of wire in there, like, you know, something thick that keeps it nice and rigid. Great bag. I couldn't have asked for a better bag, in all honesty. So yeah, that's been this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Just wanted to show you a solution that I came across, which isn't new. This is not new. I didn't invent this. I actually got this idea off the Kemper forums, and unfortunately some of the videos that were on the Kemper forums are really bad quality. So I just wanted to kind of make an updated version of the video that shows you how this fits in there, and the interaction of using some Pelican foam. And you could even, like, this Pelican foam, you could even, like, put holes in. You could take out some of the pieces of the foam to fit the buttons exactly, right? So it just fits on there perfectly every time. I might do that. But, you know, who am I kidding? I don't have any gigs anytime soon, so it's kind of a non-issue for me. But overall, I just wanted to have at my disposal, at will, a gig bag for this thing, ready to roll, that was less than $100 and some odd, very unassuming of what's in the bag. You know, what's in the bag? Oh, it's Kemper. You know, it was very unassuming because it didn't have Kemper written all over it. And very rigid, robust, black, you know, very unassuming, very strong, durable. You know, these bags are designed to hold lots and lots of tools, right? And so if it can hold lots and lots of tools, it certainly can handle this tool. So, all right, guys, that's been this video. Hope you liked it. I'll catch you next week. We'll talk more about some patches. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Rock on. Have a good weekend.